Alright, today we're continuing with drawing a cat. First, we need to decide how large we want to draw it on this paper. How big should we make this cat? This is the cat's face, shown from the side. We drew a circle earlier, then the nose, right? Now, this nose isn't positioned right in the center, it's shifted over to this side. Okay, let's lightly use this pencil to roughly mark out this position. If you can't find it exactly, we'll make small adjustments and compare it with a reference image. You'll see the relationship between the two ears, the eyes, the nose, and the overall head shape. Now its two eyes are angled. This one goes this way and that one sits a bit higher. Then this is the pupil, the black dot inside the eye. Once we finish this eye here, we should leave about one eye's width of space between this eye and the other. At this position, we know it should split from this point, dividing the nose. So this nose, this half faces more toward us and this half is a bit smaller. So for this nose, it also needs to be split in two. You see, more on this side, less on that side. Because it's turned to the side, there's a perspective shift. There's a line down the middle for the mouth. The mouth line splits from here towards both sides. You see, this one's a bit longer, extending to here, and this connects from here to the face. Then the ear, this ear also goes this way, and so does that one. Okay, draw this in groups with a sense of grouping. Always work in groups, not strand by strand. Alright, once the head is roughly done, let's move on to the cat's body. It goes from here, then this leg comes down from here, and this area is like its knee. We'll indicate it lightly. This is the body, and then behind it, this is its belly on the side. This is its whole body. After the whole body, over here might be the tail. This fur is fluffed up, and underneath is empty space. Roughly group this fur here from this spot. You see it divides this way, and this side divides that way. Then the fur on the leg starts to get a bit finer. Sitting on the ground, its head also has that pressed down feeling. Then we also divide its paw into three parts. Alright, this is the body of the cat. The cat's overall body shape. Okay, now let's look at the eyes. First, locate the eye corner. Then with light, uncertain strokes, gently sketch in the eye. Now let's draw the nose. The nose shape from earlier looks like this. And here's the eye corner too. Emphasize and strengthen the eye corners a bit. Then the mouth, lighter here, very gently. Once that's done, come from the mouth corner. Here, when we draw, let it curve inward a bit. Then at the top, let it bulge out a little. The ears, inside the ear, very lightly. Start coming down from here. For this long fur, we need to make it flow gracefully. From the chin and neck area, same thing. It must be in groups like this. See, this is one group, then this is another group. Let's establish the big relationships first. Don't get into details yet. The structural lines, they're in groups, and each group should flow smoothly. But between groups, there may be some overlap and intersection. When drawing this, it must be slow and flowing. The energy flow is also connected. Okay, let's define where this area goes. This top layer of long white fur, very long hair. It's like a cat shawl or scarf. Around the cat's chest and neck, covering the leg. From this upper ring where the fur is whiter, start down from here. This fur is darker, heavier in tone. Since we drew a group of fur above, align it with the bottom edge of that fur, keeping it neat. The lines are denser here. It's like the knee folded up. See the leg here? The upper part is the thigh, and we don't want a straight line coming down. Make sure it dips down a bit, then rises and floats again, showing off those cute curves and fleshiness on its legs. Alright, this side's done. Now let's work from the back and connect the body. Let's continue from up here and work on this upper part. Press it down. And here we have the back foot showing through. For this foot, we'll make it a bit wider. See this piece along the outer edge? Its tone is much lighter. Because this side catches the light, it's the illuminated part. Let's just outline the edge a little bit. Once we've drawn it, we'll erase the pencil marks. The overall piece looks like this when finished. Okay, let's start by going deeper into the cat's face. For the details, we'll start with the eyes. For the eyes, let's first soften this white line. The corners of the eyes also have some very fine details. Now from the top of the eye, what do we have here? We'll work our way down, following the fur, connecting to the nose area. This can use very short strokes, and the nose will lay down a base layer. Then this area, very lightly. This must be light because the chin is actually white. We apply pressure and add some texture lines. Press down in the darker areas. Build up the fur in layers. Bring it out. When drawing the fur, try not to let the lines cross or clash. Always follow the direction evenly and consistently. To darken, either press harder when drawing the line, or space the lines closer together. Bring the lines nearer to each other. Now we need to darken this area. Press down, then define the leg. This way the leg takes shape. Gradually leave some lighter areas. Don't make it all too dark. Notice it has a natural curve. Then here, we'll lightly lay down some lines. When doing this hatching, work in layers, one layer then another, building up gradually. When connecting, taper both ends. The lines should fade at both ends with a slight curve. Then for the claws, we'll do them lightly. Press a bit. They should be slightly darker, but they shouldn't dominate visually. Good, that's done. Now let's work on the whiskers. The whiskers come from these spots, extending outward with elasticity and energy. And the eyebrows are basically complete now.